Hello peeps, it's the Hillbilly Halfwit. How are you today? Just going to do a short video today about Geoff buys cars and the Malvern Trust. Now, during the last couple of months, I've been listening to quite a few different YouTube channels on my earbuds through my phone. And I was listening to one the other night when I was feeding the lambs, and it was Geoff buys cars was interviewing somebody from the Malvern Trust. And basically, I'd say to everybody, please go over there and have a listen to it, because you can see how environmental groups and councils are trying to take over common land. Now, I'm a member of a common myself, and there's lots of very old common laws on there, basically protecting us all. So you're not supposed to fence over common land, and you're always allowed to move your stock using a stower's rights on common land. So somebody or the rest of the commons fell out with you, you could still legally move your stock to your land using the stower's rights and that sort of thing. And the Malvern Trust has been around for a long time. I don't know everything about it, but go and listen to his video. Basically, they were trying to stop it so that the Malvern Trust has a set way of having the members on the trust. And now they're trying to change that, so you can only vote for members that are put forward by certain people. And Geoff was reading these things out, and this lady was talking about it. Basically, they'd spent £800,000 of taxpayers' money, which was I'm sure he said it was pretty near the whole amount of the expenditure of that Malvern in 1 year to try and get hold of this Malvern Trust, basically, because it seems like they're trying to do something with solar panels and wind farms, and they can't do nothing up there now because they can't get planning, you see. But if they get the right people on that trust, and there's lots of new laws being put in under it, where they can, I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was some kind of new law that allows them to do planning on certain areas which isn't allowed there now. And because there's going to be less of the people from that area in the Malvern Trust, they'll have less of a say. And they were also employing people from outside Malvern, so they can say to anybody, you're going to be this for the council, and then you have to vote for the people they put forward. And they pay expenses on the people coming to Malvern to basically it's what happens around in these areas where I live in mid Wales. Lots of areas that used to be free to roam, so you could drive where you wanted, park off the road and go for a walk or go and camp anywhere you wanted, as long as you were tidy. All the time growing up, you could go wherever you wanted, and then all of a sudden rangers come around and visitor centres, and then all of a sudden they start putting signs up telling you where you can't go, and then they want parking meters there so you can pay their fucking wages. That's what's going on there, because Malvern sounds like it was like here, like it used to be here, really, I think. So I don't know a lot about it personally, but it was a very good video, and it's an eye-opener for anybody interested in how these environmentalists grab hold of areas that they want to. It seemed very odd that they'd spent $800,000 in 1 year to get hold of something that they were probably going to end up putting wind power on or solar power on, to me. That's what I was reading at between the lines. There was a lady on there speaking. She had lots of good information. But we have it on the common that we're on a lot. The National Trust. Basically, what they do is they try to add value to something so they can make money out of it. That's what it's all about. And if they can get these rewilding grants and this bog enhancement, which is a load of crap, really, all they do is just make a huge mess there. When you think that the bog has created itself, nothing else has touched it for thousands and thousands of years, and then they mess around with a few logs and get paid $700,000. That's what happened in one case on our common. And on our common, they got a track machine up there, and they made such a mess they weren't allowed back on it for 2 years. So if a farmer had done that, they'd have been chucked chucked off there and they had to pay a fine. But no, they could do what they wanted. So it's who you are, you see. That's what it's all about. Who you are. I was actually helping somebody about a month ago, and they were having a rewilding thing, you know, filling bogs up on their farm. I won't mention who it was. And we were just putting a few loose sheets on the building, and there was 5 or 6 people there in suits, and I was talking to the farmer after, and they just saying the ridiculous of it all. 5 or 6 people coming out in suits in a car each, a 4x4, obviously getting paid huge amounts of money each to come out to see what needs to be done, and they didn't do anything. So then they send somebody out after. So 5 people, 5 separate people in 5 separate cars with 5 separate clipboards to try and bog something up that's been bogged for millennium. Never been nothing on it ever. So there we are. It's a big money-making scam. It is. So go and have a look at Geoff Buys Cars. I'm nothing to do with the guy. I've never been on his channel. He did contact me when I first started once, and but nothing ever came of it. And if anybody wants to contact me with something like that, if you go into my description on my channel, I've got my email address on there at the bottom of the description. And if you want to get in contact with me or anything, because Sarah, remember I did that radio interview last year? They couldn't get hold of me either because they were removing her comments off my channel. Sarah Poulton. So the only way they got in touch with me was through Facebook. So, and that one now is you've got to ask permission to go into it. So if you want to go onto Facebook, you can go on to a Hillbilly Halfwit Facebook page and just ask, and I'll let you come in there straight away. But they were shadow banning my stuff on my page all the time. So I thought to myself, what's the point of having it open when everything was being shadow banned? I couldn't even share my own stuff. So if anybody wants to get hold of me, go on to the main page on YouTube, go through the description, and at the bottom of the description, I've got an email address there, okay? And somebody asked me the other day, because some of you are quite nice, you asked to buy me a coffee or something, and I didn't have one of them set up, so now I've set one of them up, so that's on there as well, I think. It was in a couple of the last videos, and I think it's on there, I can't remember now, but it's buy me a coffee at Hillbilly Halfwit or something. But that's not something somebody asked me to set that up, because apparently YouTube will take some money off you when you do it. I didn't know that. So there we are. So go and have a look at Geoff Buys Cars' channel. And I think it was on either yesterday or the day before about the Malvern Trust. Very, very interesting. It looks like they're trying to get hold of commons and remove sheep, like, you know, I don't like. And there we are. That's what's going to happen, isn't it? So thank you for all subscribing. And I had a good video yesterday with them fraudulent Welsh people. But see if anything comes of it in the press. I doubt it. There's too many like it, isn't there? Please subscribe. All the best. Gaz.